Now, welcome to the next model of theory of machine 2, that is gear trains. Now, last class we have seen the reverted gear train, how exactly this will work. Now, we will see the numerical on this. So, here, write down this numerical in your notebook. First one is the speed ratio of the reverted gear train is shown in figure, and as shown in figure, the speed ratio of the reverted gear train as shown in figure is to be 12. So, speed ratio is 12. The module pitch of gears A and B is 3.125 mm and of gear C and D is 2.5 mm. Calculate the suitable number of teeth for the gears. No gear is to have less than 24 teeth. So it is condition is given. No gear is to have less than 24 teeth. Now this figure is given here. So this is the gear B. This is the gear C, and this is the gear A, and this is the gear D. So this is a driver, let us say, and this is a driven. So these are coaxial shaft, and B and C are compound gears as shown in figure. Center distance it is given 200 mm. Now we'll start the solution. So speed ratio it is given Na by Nd, correct, 12. Module of A and module of B is 3.125, whereas module of C and module of D is 2.5. Now let us say Na is the speed of gear A, Ta is the number of teeth on gear A, Ra is the pitch circle radius of gear A. Similarly, NB, NC and ND, speed of gear B, gear C and gear D respectively. Then TB, TC, TD. So these are number of teeth on gear B, gear C, gear D respectively. Next, RB, RC, RD. So pitch circle radius of gear B, gear C, gear D respectively. Now we know that pitch circle radius is module into number of teeth divided by 2. So Ra is equal to m into Ta by 2, Rb is m into Tb by 2, Rc is m into Tc by 2 and Rd is m into Td by 2. Now since the speed ratio between gear A and B and between gear C and D are to be same, so we can write Na upon Nd is equal to Na upon Nb into Nc upon Nd, and that is how much? It is 12. So Na by Nd it is given, it is written Na by Nb into Nc by Nd, that is 12. So 12 can be written as product root 12 into root 12. So that is equal to 12. So therefore we can write Na by Nb is root 12 and Nc by Nd is root 12. Also the speed ratio can be written as Na by Nb is equal to Tb by Ta and Nc by Nd is equal to Td by Tc. So from 1 and 2, so we can write Tb by Ta is equal to Td by Tc, and that is equal to root 12. So root 12 if we calculate from the calculator, it is 3.464. Here center distance between the shafts. So we know that Ra plus Rb is equal to Rc plus Rd, and that is given 200 mm. So Ra can be written as Ma into Ta by 2 plus Rb can be written as Mb into Tb by 2. Rc can be written as Mc into Tc by 2 and Rd can be written as Md into Td by 2, and that is equal to 200. So this equal to 200. So if you put the value, so Ma and Md and Mc and Md, so it can be 3.125 into, so Ta plus Tb divided by 2, so 3.125 divided by 2 common. Here 2.5 into Tc plus Td by 2 common is equal to 200. So if we solve this, so we will get Ta plus Tb is equal to 128 and Tc plus Td equal to 160. But from equation 3, so Tb is equal to 3.464 Tn. So and Td is equal to 3.464 Tc. Putting this value in this equation, so we solve equation, so we'll get value Ta is equal to 28.67, Tc is 36, Tb is 100 and Td is 124. So instead of 28.67, so number of digits are not in fraction. So here it is taken as 28. This is 36. So this is 100 and 120. So here no here saving less than 24 t. That condition also satisfied. Now the speed ratio of the rotated gear train with the calculated values of number of teeth on each gear is Na upon Nd equal to Tb into Td upon Ta into Tca. So if you take 100 into 124 divided by 20 into 36, it is coming 12.3. Gear ratio is also near to the same. Okay, so this way you have to solve the numerical sum reverted gear train. If you feel any problem, so ask your doubt. Okay, now we will move forward to the next one, and this is very important topic as far as this unit is concerned, gear train. So this topic is epicyclic gear train. Very very important questions definitely there for your INSEM as well as ENSEM exam. Definite question is there for both the exam, and you have to solve the numerical on epicyclic gear train. So we have seen first simple gear train, compound gear train, and reverted gear train. So these are you can say ordinary gear train, but this is another special type, that is epicyclic gear train. So EP means upon and cyclic means around. Remember this, EP means upon, cyclic means around. So what exactly happens in epicyclic gear train? We will see the theory. In an epicyclic gear train, the axis of the shafts over which the gears are mounted may move relative to a fixed axis. Understood? In epicyclic gear train, the axis of the shafts over which the gears are mounted may move relative to a fixed axis. A simple epicyclic gear train, here it is shown in figure A. So this is a simple epicyclic gear train, it is shown. So gear A is there, gear B is there, A is machine with B, and there you can find here it is a one arm, that is arm C. So this is a simple epicyclic gear train. This is one simple one. So three elements are there: gear A, gear B, and arm C. O1 is the center of gear 1, O2 is the center of gear 2. Okay, this figure you have to draw in your notebook. Okay, draw it fast so that you can understand better what are the uh, concepts behind that. So that is very important, and you should know or you should learn properly this concept. Okay, hold on. Shall we move forward? Yeah. So here it is shown in figure, simple example, where gear A and arm C have a common axis at O1, about which they can rotate. The gear B meshes with gear A and its axis on the arm at 2, about which gear B can rotate. If the arm is fixed, now please remember, if the arm is fixed, the gear train is simple, and gear A can drive the gear B or gear B can drive the gear A. Correct? But if gear A is fixed and the arm is rotated about the axis of gear A, that is O1, then the gear B is forced to rotate upon and around gear A. Then the gear B is forced to rotate upon and around gear A, and such motion is called as epicyclic motion, and the gear train arranged in such a manner that one or more of their members move upon and around another members are called as epicyclic gear train. students. So these are very important. These epicyclic gear trains may be simple or compound. Application, so epicyclic gear train useful for transporting high velocity ratio with gears of moderate size in a comparatively lesser space. In another application, these epicyclic gear trains are used in the back gear of lathe machine. In another very important, differential gears of an automobile. They also used in hoist, they also used in wheel blocks, and these are also used in wristwatches. Okay, so etc. So lot of applications are there. So these are very important gear train. So here, so next part we will see in the further class.